Okay, what we learned in the last class, students? In last class, we started the fifth unit, right? In that, introduction to electromagnetic waves. Okay, is already seen. Okay, next wave equations in the homogeneous medium. Already you know what it means by homogeneous medium. Epsilon mu sigma or constant throughout the medium, then it is said to be homogeneous medium, right? Here, linearity, homogeneous, and uh, okay, one more parameter is there. Okay, that is called isotropic. Okay, is already seen in this topic. Next, wave equations for the perfect dielectric. Okay, for perfect dielectric material, what are the medium coefficients? So rho v equal to 0, j equal to 0, sigma equal to 0, epsilon equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r, but epsilon r equal to 1, and mu equal to mu naught into mu r, where mu r equal to 1. Okay, from that, the four Maxwell's equations is modified like this: del cross E, del cross H, del dot D, and del dot V, right? Similarly, wave equations for the perfect dielectric is already derived. Okay, please go through this. And wave equations for the conductive medium. What are the properties of the conductive medium? Conduction current density is never equal to 0 and rho v equal to 0. When we substitute the same in the derivation of the wave equations, we get the wave equations for the conductor and perfect dielectrics. So, and these are the concepts we learned from the last class. Okay, now in today's class, what are the Phasor form or Phasor notation of the wave equations? Okay, okay, these are all simple concepts. Okay, and when we put your effort, okay, just if you spare 10 to 15 minutes, definitely we get what is the basic concept behind this. See here, today's concept is the Phasor form notation and uniform plane wave and wave equation for the different mediums. So, Phasor notation. What is meant by Phasor form? Phasor form. What is meant by point form? Point form is nothing but differential form. Okay, and integral form is already you know, right? Point form and integral form. Now the case is okay, harmonic form or simply Phasor form. Okay, Phasor form means what is meant by phase? Phase, not PAGE, that is PHASE. Okay, Phasor form or Phasor notation. Okay, is simply see here. Phasor notation means the okay, the signal components, okay, electric and magnetic field components are represented with its phase, okay, and some e power j theta or e power j omega t. Okay, when we represent with e power j omega t, that notation is called a Phasor notation. See here, that is also called as a harmonic notation also. Okay, to obtain the wave equations in Phasor or time harmonic notation, we start with electric and magnetic fields in Phasor form. Okay, here we start onwards. We represent that electric and magnetic components with its Phasor notation or exponential form. Okay, see here, assume that the medium is homogeneous. Assume that the medium is homogeneous, linear, and isotropic. Okay, assume that the medium is homogeneous, linear, and isotropic. Already you know each and every term okay, are represented there. Okay, medium is homogeneous. What is meant by homogeneous? Epsilon mu sigma of that medium is constant. Okay, okay, through end to end, and the entire medium is uh, medium parameters are constant is called homogeneous, linear, similarly isotropic. Okay, already these terms are learned in earlier topic, right? And source free. The source free means there is no additionally added distortion or something, okay, noise or several parameters. The fields can be written in the Phasor form as, see here, electric field is represented as E into e power j omega t. Electric field is represented as E into e power j omega t. H magnetic field is represented as H into e power j omega t. E power j omega t and H into e power j omega t. So this is the only electric and magnetic component. When we get differentiation of this electric component, dou E by dou t, okay, dou E by dou t means differentiate this term. When we differentiate this term, E into e power j omega t having E into e power j omega t having j omega into e power j omega t has 1, right? That's why j omega into E. Okay. Similarly, dou square E by dou t square, when we do the double derivation, what we get? Double derivation for this expression. So j omega into j omega means j square omega square. J square is nothing but minus 1 into omega is the omega square into e. Okay, on the double derivation. Okay. Similarly, dou h by dou t having j omega h, dou square h by dou t square means minus omega square e. Okay, did you get it? Okay. In Phasor notation form, that electric and magnetic components are represented with its exponential format. That is E as E into e power j omega t and H as H into e power j omega t. Those two are the electric and magnetic components. When we get okay, dou E by dou t and dou H by dou t terms. Okay, what is appear here? Dou E by dou t is the j omega E, dou H by dou t is the j omega H. On the double derivation, we get dou square E by dou t square and dou square H by dou t square having minus omega square E and omega square. Okay. Is it clear? Okay, how do you get this? Okay, where omega is the, of course, the angular frequency. See here, we know from the equation 7.12, okay, that is the above equation. The wave equation for the electric field in the time domain for a conductive medium is del square E minus mu epsilon into rho square E by dou t square minus mu sigma into dou square E by dou t equal to 0. This is the expression for conducting medium. Okay, this is the expression for conducting medium. See here, this is the expression for conducting medium. Okay, dou square del square E equal to mu sigma into dou E by dou t plus mu epsilon into dou square E by dou t square, right? And when we take okay into, then it is represented with 0, right? Okay, the same expression. But here, simply I am replacing. See here, simply I am replacing dou square E by dou t square. Can I replace this term? Can I replace this term with minus omega square epsilon? Yes. Similarly, dou E by dou t is the term replaced with j omega E, okay, omega square E and j omega E. So del square E minus mu epsilon, del square E minus mu epsilon, dou square E by dou t square with minus omega square E minus mu sigma into dou E by dou t as a j omega E. So j omega E, okay, equal to 0. Just I am substituting this dou E by dou t square, dou square E by dou t square and dou E by dou t terms here. You can now simplify del square E plus omega square minus into minus plus omega square mu epsilon into E, okay, minus mu sigma j omega E equal to 0. So del square E minus j omega mu sigma, okay, when we take the term common term E minus omega square mu epsilon equal to 0. Similarly, for a magnetic field, okay, no need to derive all this. Okay, directly del square H minus j omega mu sigma minus omega square mu epsilon into h equal to 0. The same derivation. Okay, for a lossless medium, and the medium is said to be lossless means the sigma equal to 0. Okay, the wave equations becomes the above from the above equation, del square e plus omega square mu epsilon e equal to 0. Why? Because the sigma term is 0. See here. Okay, the sigma term is 0. That's why del square e plus omega square mu epsilon e, right? Omega square mu epsilon e equal to 0. Del square h omega square mu epsilon h equal to 0. That's all. These equations are called Helmholtz equations. Helmholtz equations. Are you clear how to represent the Phasor form? Okay, the Phasor form notation of the wave equations. Okay, for lossless medium. Next, uniform plane wave equations. Uniform plane wave equations. Uniform plane wave propagation. See this figure? I mean, see this concept? Uniform uniform plan not. Okay, that is not a plan. That is a uniform plane wave propagation. Okay. See here, it is very difficult to solve the wave equations without considering the conditions of the medium and wave properties. Say yes or no? Is it possible to analyze or okay the second order differential equations? Is it able to is it we are able to solve those equations without considering what are the medium sources and what are the wave properties and what are the medium characteristics? It is impossible. Okay, to simplify this, the following set of conditions are assumed. In that, the first point is the fields have a single dimension in space. The fields have a single dimension. Okay, that is 1D. Okay, not a 2D or not 3D. Single dimensional, and it must having one physical quantity, right? The fields have a single dimension in space and varies perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Fields are time harmonic. That is the sinusoidal time in nature. Sinusoidal time variations in nature. That is the second point. Get it? What is the first point? The signal must be single directional or single dimensional, and it varies perpendicular to the direction of propagation. And second point is fields are harmonic or simply exponential. The third one, the medium is homogeneous and surface source free and lossless. Okay, these are all cases we must to consider here. The medium is homogeneous, source free and lossless. These three are the very important point while you are solving that wave equations of that medium. Okay, these are the assumptions can be made used in many practical cases. A wave which satisfies the above assumption is called uniform plane wave. Is it clear? Short answer questions low is frequent question maybe. Okay, these three assumptions must be made. Okay, for analyzing or solve the uniform plane wave equations. What is the first point? The field must be single dimensional and okay, it varies perpendicular to the direction of propagation. That is first point. And second point, okay, the field must be sinusoidal in nature. And third point, the medium must be homogeneous and source free and lossless. Okay, these are the assumptions must be made for many practical cases. A wave which satisfies the above assumptions is called uniform plane wave. Okay, a uniform plane wave is defined as an electromagnetic wave in which the electric and magnetic field intensities are directed in the fixed directions in space and constant on the infinite planes perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Okay, this is the alternate. That is, the plane wave has no electric and magnetic components in the direction of propagation. Okay, and for suppose the electric field component exists in x direction and magnetic field component is existed in y direction, then what is the direction of propagation? In which direction they tend to move? Okay, z direction. Okay, that is very simple. Okay, and in competitors, the number of questions are also there on the same topic, especially in the direction of propagation. Okay, here I corrected a few problems regarding to this concept. Okay, okay, now, okay, in the next, I mean, uh, in future classes, okay, we are able to solve those problems if we know this concept well. The plane wave has a no electric and magnetic field components along the direction of propagation. And second one, the electric and magnetic fields have a constant amplitude and phase on a finite planes perpendicular to the direction of propagation. These are the 2 points. Okay, and see here, we cannot generate a uniform plane wave in practice. It is impossible, since it is not possible to keep constant E and H fields or finite planes with infinite energy. Okay, that is the problem. However, many practical waves can be approximated to uniform plane wave, and just like ideal case. This is the ideal case. Okay. For example, the radiation is received by a small antenna at a far field distance, can approximated as a plane wave, and for correlation purpose only. Since the wave front becomes almost spherical and very small portion of the sphere acts like a plane at the receiving end. Okay, at the receiving antenna. Uniform plane waves have a great importance in practical cases. They can also have considered for propagation through isotropic medium also. Okay, this is the concept of uniform plane wave. The concept of uniform plane wave. Next concept is okay, relations between E and H in sinusoidal variations, wave propagation in lossy dielectrics, lossless and free space, and wave propagation in good conductors, skin depth polarization. Okay, so so next concept is okay. The concept is not required. See here, wave propagation in conducting medium. Next concept is wave propagation in conducting medium. Okay, according to the syllabus, the wave propagation in conducting medium. Wave propagation in conducting medium. Consider a uniform plane wave propagation in conducting medium. The wave equations are okay like this. Okay, already you see this, right? del square E minus j omega mu sigma minus omega square mu epsilon into E equal to 0 for the electric field. Similarly, del square H minus j omega mu sigma minus omega square mu epsilon into H equal to 0. This is the expression for electric and this is the expression for magnetic. See here, or simply del square E minus gamma square E equal to 0, or del square H minus gamma square H equal to 0, where gamma is, see here, del square E equal to j omega mu sigma minus omega square mu epsilon into E, right? Here, this term j omega mu, okay, when we take the term j omega mu as a common, sigma plus j omega epsilon is the remaining, right? So that is represented as a propagation constant. So gamma square equal to j omega mu into sigma of j omega epsilon, and gamma is called a propagation constant of the medium at a given frequency of the wave. It is a complex quantity, is given by gamma equal to alpha plus j beta, where alpha is called attenuation constant and beta is called a phase constant. That is already you know, okay, just like the concept in transmission lines. Okay, when a wave propagating in a conducting medium, its power reduces due to losses. Okay, when a wave is propagating in the power lines, okay, at the transmitting end, for suppose it is the 1 kilowatt, at the end it definitely less than 1 kilowatt, right? So here also same situation. When a wave is propagating in conductive medium, its power reduces due to losses. The amount of attenuation in the wave can be represented by the attenuation constant alpha. Okay, the units are Napier's or decibels. The same concept, and just like our transmission lines. Okay, 1 Ampere equal to 8.686 dB. For a lossless medium, alpha equal to 0. That is already, you know. Okay, a change in the phase. Okay, the change in the phase shift of the wave can be represented by the phase shift constant beta. Okay, or simply phase constant beta. Okay, and it is measured in the radians. So gamma equal to alpha plus j beta, but gamma equal to what? Gamma square equal to j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, gamma square equal to j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon. From this, gamma equal to square root of j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon, that is alpha plus j beta. Therefore, the plane wave equation for the electric field component can be written as d square E by dz square minus gamma square into Ex. Okay. Okay, this is the one second order differential equation. Okay, this is the second order differential equation which represents the uniform plane wave propagating in z direction. Okay, and the electric field vector in the x direction. The general solution for the wave equation. Okay, the general solution for the second order equation. Okay, Ex of z equal to e into e power minus gamma z plus e into e power minus gamma z. Okay, e into e power minus gamma z plus, and that is the transmission and this is the reflection. E plus means transmission and e minus means reflection. E power minus gamma z plus e power gamma z. Ma'am, Madam Sadhanira. Okay, where e plus and e minus are the complex arbitrary constants which can be determined from the boundary conditions of that medium. Okay, for suppose the electric field component is propagating in the z direction, and the E minus represents the electric field component when the wave is propagating in negative z direction. Okay, and positive z direction and negative z directions. Okay, that is the representation here. Assume that the initial phase angle of the wave is 0. Okay, in time domain, wave can be expressed as A of z gamma t equal to real term of Ex of z into e power j omega t, where Re represents the real value of the function. Okay, that is Ex of z gamma t equal to real of, okay, just like V plus into e power minus gamma z plus V minus into e power gamma z into e power j omega t. Okay, just like our transmission lines concept. Okay, Ex as a function of z gamma t. Okay, direction and time, right? So the real part of e into e power. What is meant by gamma here? What is meant by gamma here? E plus into e power minus gamma z into gamma. Here alpha is the gamma is the alpha plus j beta, right? Just to have to substitute that alpha plus j beta here. E plus into e power minus alpha z into e power j of omega t minus beta z plus e minus e power minus alpha z into e power j of omega t plus beta z. Okay. So ex as a function of z comma t equal to, just distribute the term above term, e plus into e power minus alpha z, e power minus alpha z, e power j into omega t minus beta z. Can I e power j theta, let it be e power j theta plus e power j theta, this is okay. Can I replace that expression in terms of cos of omega t minus beta z? Yes. Okay. So e plus into e power minus alpha z into cos of omega t minus beta z plus e minus into e power alpha z, same e power j into omega t plus beta z, right? That's why omega of cos of omega t plus beta z volt per meter. If the wave propagates without bounds, it travels only in the forward direction. Okay. For suppose if there occurs any boundary, it reflected back, right? Otherwise, it is moving forward. So the electric field components, okay, the electric field component as a function of z is only it contains the real term as e plus into e power minus alpha z e power j omega t minus beta z. Okay, cos of omega t minus beta z. Similarly, for the magnetic field in the y direction, how it represents in the y direction? Hy or hy as a function of z and direction and time equal to h plus into e power minus alpha z into cos of omega t minus beta z. Okay, no need to derive all those here again. Okay, just replace e with h. That's all. So h minus e power alpha z into cos of omega t plus beta z. Okay, if the wave travels in only forward direction, it is having, and that is magnetic component, h into e power minus alpha z into e power j omega t minus beta z. Okay, or in only one direction means either one. Okay, either forward direction or reverse direction, either okay, in single direction. Okay, you may take any word. Okay, this is the combination of both forward and reverse. Okay, and this is the propagation in y direction. So 7.48 and 7.50 represents the solution of the uniform plane wave equation when the wave is traveling in a conductive medium with both positive and negative directions. And a positive and negative direction means if it is having no boundary, it is going in positive direction. If it is having a boundary, it is also flowing through in negative direction. Next, characteristic impedance in a lossy dielectric or conducting medium. Characteristic impedance. What is the characteristic impedance in lossy, transmission lines concept? Characteristic impedance Z naught, and is simply the square root of product of short circuit and open circuited lines impedance, right? Okay. Or if the line is terminated with its characteristic impedance, the line acts as a infinite line. And for which impedance it acts as a infinite line, that is its characteristic impedance. Okay. Here also the same concept. Consider a plane wave propagating in forward z direction in a lossy conducting medium. That is z not equal to 0. For a uniform plane wave, the conditions are Ez must be 0, Z is also 0, dou E x by dou Y. Okay, and a change in electric field component. Change in electric field component. See here, did you observe these are all independent terms? X with respect to Y, 0, Y with respect to X, 0. Okay, individual z components 0. Okay, this is the uniform plane wave conditions. Okay, and x with respect to y 0, y with respect to x 0. Okay, independent terms are always 0. Independent terms. Okay, we know that the Maxwell's equations for the lossy medium, okay, lossy medium having some conductivity, right? That is sigma. So del cross H equal to J plus D dot. What is meant by J equal to sigma E. Okay, that's why here consider del cross H equal to, in place of J, J is replaced with sigma E, okay, plus D dot, right? So D dot means epsilon E dot, epsilon, that E dot is represented as dou E by dou T. Similarly, del cross E equal to minus B dot, right? So minus mu into uh, B dot means dou B by dou T means dou H by dou T. So from the above equations, X with respect to Z equal to minus mu into dou Hy by dou T equal to minus j omega. Okay, and actually this is the derivation from that uniform plane wave, j omega mu Hy. Okay, and since the wave is propagating in forward z direction, since the wave is propagating in forward z direction in a lossy medium, the electric field components, okay, for that ex component is ex equal to ex of as a function of z equal to, in forward direction, e plus into e power minus j gamma z, where gamma equal to alpha plus j beta. So dou ex by dou z equal to gamma into ex, okay, minus gamma into ex. Okay, from that above equation again, dou ex by dou z equal to minus gamma into ex equal to minus j omega mu into hy. Okay, all these are relations between E and H. See here, Ex by Hy, Ex by Hy relation is substituted directly here. So Ex as a j omega mu and Hy as a gamma. So j omega mu by, what is meant by gamma, square root of j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon. Similarly, that is the one way of expressing that relation. Another way is also there. Ex by Hy, or square root of j omega mu by square root of j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, so E by hx equal to minus j omega mu by sigma equal to minus j omega mu by square root of j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon equal to minus square root of j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, this is the relation between Ey and Hx. So the total electric and magnetic fields of wave propagating in that direction is written as, okay, equal to square root of x square plus y square. Similarly, h value is hx square plus hy square. And the ratio is given as E by H equal to square root of Ex square plus Ey square by Hx square plus Hy square. Okay, which is equivalent to j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, epsilon. Therefore, the intrinsic impedance of the lossless medium eta equal to E by H equal to square root of, this is very important, this relation, j omega mu by square root of sigma plus j omega epsilon, square root of j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, and when that medium is having some lossless or conducting or non-conducting mediums. See here, for suppose non-conducting medium, now for non-conducting medium sigma equal to 0, right? So when we put that term sigma equal to 0, j omega cancel, square root of mu by epsilon. Okay, what is meant by mu by epsilon? Mu is nothing but mu naught into mu or by epsilon is nothing but epsilon naught into epsilon or equal to, this is the 4 phi into 10 power minus 7 by 8.854, 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. Okay, on that, and epsilon r value is 1, epsilon mu r value 1, epsilon r value 1. When these two are 1 1, by simplifying this expression, we get the relation as 377 ohms or 125. Okay, so but here not mentioned, but this is the finishing derivation. Next, complex permittivity and loss tangent of, okay, this is not required. So simply the wave propagation perfect dielectric mediums. Okay, wave propagation in perfect dielectric mediums. Okay, and I think its time is not sufficient. So I will continue the same class. Okay, for wave propagation in uh, remaining mediums. Okay, in the next class. Okay, that's all for today's class. Okay, I want to stop today here. Okay, I will continue in the next class. Thank you.